us?
Everybody, not a lot of people played that good this game. I wanted to end it like, oh, we won, but that didn't happen. I mean, I know we draw, but we it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, obviously, if you can't win, you don't want to lose it. So, the draw feels better than that. But overall, just frustrating. Mane and Salah were absolutely atrocious today. Both of them equally. Mane couldn't even complete a 3-yard pass. Um, Salah got the ball nicked off of him easily every single time. And you can't, you know, those are two of our better forward players. And for them to be that bad, you're always going to struggle. United almost won that game at the end of the game. They almost won that game. And I don't know what Matip's doing. I don't know why he didn't clear the ball. Maybe he's a little worried because last 2 games he's almost had own goals. Almost had one in this one if it wasn't for the guy being offside. So that's a shame going to the end of a game like that. Being the better team, I think, and just not being able to, not being the team that we're looking to get something at the end there. Those last few seconds, we're passing the ball around backwards instead of going forwards. It just doesn't make. There was a moment there, and I thought Milner was atrocious as well. It's my opinion. Milner's been good for this club and all that. He was atrocious today. There was a moment where I think Origi was going down with the ball and he stole
just
the ball
took
from him
him.
like that.
Like,
Yeah, today was just frustrating, man. I guess you could say the manager takes a bit of blame maybe for the lineup. I don't know. I think that lineup should have been good enough, and as I watched the game, it should have been good enough. But just to have, I think we had maybe one shot. I don't know how many shots.
we had one shot on goal.
I don't know how many we had, but the set pieces we could have done better from, should have done better from, but we didn't. So, again, I'm glad we didn't lose it, obviously, but it's just irritating. This is probably one of the most irritating games I've watched all season, besides the West Ham and Leicester game. But this one was just really, really frustrating. Really, really frustrating. And to almost throw it away there at the end is just terrible. I mean, they had a striker who barely could walk around, you know what I mean, and Rashford. So, yeah, just a frustrating result either way, and more so just the performance. A result like that, if the performance is good, then it's you kind of take it. But yeah, Jason said that was painful. Somebody said that was awful. Yeah, I said spotlight was on Salah. Didn't surprise me. Thrives off chaotic defense. Yeah, front three were not clicking. Yeah, I mean to lose Firmino that early. We talked about them losing their guys, but that probably wasn't the best. That was probably just an equal blow for us. Even though they lost 2 or 3 players, we lost 1. It's just tough. That's a tough result to take. And like I said, mainly because of the performance. Mane and Salah have to be better than that. I mean, I wasn't as surprised with Salah because he's just been in this kind of funk. But Mane, I was really, really surprised with his performance today. Large parts of the game, I forgot that both of them were even on the field. I mean, neither one of them just had any presence, really. Defensively, attacking, nothing. Missed opportunity with Manchester United, injury issues. Yeah. I mean, injury issues or not. But yes, all week we're talking about Lingard not playing, Martial not playing. That's a big plus for us. They didn't have Matic before the game. Another big plus for us. We didn't capitalize. And that's what I'm talking about with Liverpool and worrying about other teams. We have to make sure that we're taking advantage of these opportunities that we have. Whether it be another team up in the top 2, 3 who are dropping points. We got to, we have to take advantage of these situations. And we just continue to not do that by and large. So the mid-season training camps have slowed the team's momentum twice now. They're playing like they've just come back from preseason. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying. That shouldn't be, though. Why is that messing? I mean, it's not like you're not training when you're training. You know what I mean? And so, for me, again, as I said, Klopp could take some blame for some people. But to me, he has nothing to do with Mane, for example, not being able to complete a 3-yard pass. He did that 3 times. We got the ball, we're moving, positive, and he literally gave the ball away. It wasn't even like a pass where he leaves a little more space that he should have. He literally gives the ball right to the other team, literally. Like, here you go. I don't really want this today. So just frustrating performance by both of those guys, Salah and Mane. Really, really bad. I think both of them probably their worst match all season, whether it be Champions League, Cup game, League, whatever. Really, really bad performances. We can't have that. We can't have that. And in games like this, we need our best guys, especially forward guys, really doing better work. I thought Gini was good in the first half. Second half, he was good, but wasn't as good as I think in the first half. Anybody else stand out for you? Van Dijk was probably the man of the match.
Yeah.
Van Dijk was amazing, as he usually is. You always know what you can get from him, but go ahead.
I think it was Alice. The best players to me were Allison, Jeannie, Van Dyke, and probably yeah, those three.
Yeah, Allison made that amazing save on Lingard again. You know, the sad part is they probably have the better chances of winning this game.
Yeah.
You know, and I think as a United fan, you got to be pleased. You know, losing all those guys, um, you know, and still getting a draw and coming that close to winning. I'd probably be disappointed if I was a United fan that we didn't get that moment at the end when that should have been a goal for them. I don't know how it wasn't. Um, but you know, they had a couple chances where set pieces, and if we didn't keep our line high enough, we would have been caught out. So, you know, all in all, defensively we were good. There were still some moments there where we just weren't good enough, and luckily it didn't cost us. Um, but overall, the performances have got to get better. They've got to get better. You know, we just haven't been ourselves, man, and we need to. We shouldn't be holding on to try to get some kind of last-second goal against a United team that's pretty much depleted. And I know they played back and sat back defensively in that second half. They had to. They were getting so many injuries. Their forward guys couldn't really remove. So disappointing, but we got to bounce back. We There's no need to get down on ourselves. We got to play Watford, which will be another tough test at home. You know, people are talking about Wolves, but Watford are right. I think Watford have gone above Wolves. So Watford are a really good team. You can't sleep on them. You can't take them lightly. They'll be up for it. Especially, I mean, every team's gonna be up to play Liverpool and see if they can snatch this feeling of us getting a title away. So we got to be better. Got a few days. Got to get right. Klopp's got to get with these guys and figure out what is the issue. You know, especially in that final third, because it's too many games now where the same things are happening. You know, building the ball up, building the play up, and then giving it right away or getting it plucked off. I mean, I just cannot believe how soft Salah is these days with having the ball take. You know, this guy, Luke Shaw, was amazing for them. The defender for them, the fullback, he was amazing for them today. Very good defensively. And every time we got to play with a ball up top in front of their goal, he was always nicked away. So, you know, fair play to United today. They did enough to get the result and probably deserve to probably get more. I hate to say that, but and when in the key moments where it matters most, they were closer to getting goals than we were, and that's just the name of the game. So, anything else you want to add to it, man?
Not really. One or two player ratings.
Not really. Not really. I can't be bothered with player ratings because most of the team wasn't good. I mean, there was only a few players who probably could even sniff a 7, if more. And I think we spoke about those. Van Dyke, maybe Genie. I think the midfield was pretty good today. I think Genie, Hendo, and Fab all collectively played pretty good. Pogba still was doing a good job as well. Obviously, he didn't score or get an assist, but played real physical, made some last-ditch tackles. He was made into more of a 6 today for them, I think. Made more into a defensive midfielder because of the injuries. So I thought he had a decent game, but yeah, overall, Liverpool just needs to be better. That's kind of the name of the game with this review. Who was your best player? Says Info Naby was needed. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed Naby didn't play. Your best player was, if you had to pick one, who would you pick?
Thanks. Allison, probably.
Allison. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd go there. I mean, I thought he had that good save and had some good moments with spraying the ball up. To me, it's Van Dijk. I think there's no one else you could, in my opinion, there's no one else that deserves it over Van Dijk. You know what I mean? Thought he was really good defensively as usual, clearing the ball. There's a moment there he was caught in the middle of maybe, I forget who the players were, but you know, he had to make a decision, and United made the decision for him by going to the far guy, so he was able to easily clear it out. But you know, there's a stat running out there that about, you know, Van Dijk never being dribbled past, and you know, you could talk about some stats being kind of silly and pointless, but I think that's a good stat. You know, he has never been dribbled past this whole season, so that's good, and he's keeping that up. So you know, it's just good to have. It's good to have a player like that in our defense, and for our defense to be able to keep clean sheets and you know, help us get points. You know, as frustrating as it is, you know, I'm just happy that we're not at a point where if we're not scoring, we can't win, that we're not conceding either. So that's good. I was only listening on radio, so good to hear your opinions. Oh, you couldn't watch the game out there? Where are you at, Anfield? Are you in Liverpool? Are you in the UK? So yeah, I'm very, very frustrated. Not because of anything else, but that what City is doing and everything. No, just because this is a game that we really need. Go ahead.
I think we should have, because they had a bunch of injured players.
So Strider.
We should have easily won this game.
Yeah. Me. Says no Firmino most of the game, no Trent. Man United's been on fire. I wouldn't say been on fire, but yeah, I hear what you mean. I thought we played okay considering the circumstances. Clearly, Klopp was okay with getting a point. even though he seemed frustrated. Yeah, he would have played Trent if he was desperate for 3 points. Or I think if Martial started. If Martial started, I think Trent plays. But again, I don't like that whole. If that's the truth, and we'll never really know. I don't think he'll admit to that. If you're playing for a draw, that's not the mentality I think you should have. Um, it's too safe. That's too cautious. There's too much respect given to United. This is a game you need to go out and win. Um, and my feeling is if Trent was on the bench, he should have played. I think they were desperate with Lingard. They probably didn't think Lingard would have to even come in and play, but he kind of re-injured that injury. He's probably gonna be out for a while. Same with Martial. But and then you got to play Trent. I didn't hear anything about any injuries, but maybe there's something we don't know about. But I just think that would have been so many moments where I think Fab could have gone with Milner. He did a couple times, and Milner just couldn't catch up to the ball. Let's face it, the speed is not there. Don't give me this whole, his experience and experience. What? Just playing football longer than Trent in general? He's older? No. You played Trent in the game like this. Yeah, I prefer Trent in over him. Keeping Naby Keita out. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. What do you think? And what do you think is the answer to improve our performances? I mean, it's simple. It's just make better decisions in the final third.
Yeah.
To me, that's really all that. Because again, it's not like we're not creating opportunities. Now, we didn't have many shots on target today, but we were creating opportunities. But it would get, squashed because Mane would get the ball away. Or Salah would allow the ball to be plucked away from him. Or and that's what's so frustrating. It's not even really like this. Major genius idea that needs to take place for us to fix that. It's just guys need to be better football players. That's it. I mean, they play football. They know football. They need to be better when it counts. That's my opinion. I don't think there's anything. It's not really a big head scratcher beyond the idea that with these kind of players we have, why are we making so many bonehead mistakes, so many comical situations for no reason? We're getting in our own way, and that's what's really frustrating. We end this season and we don't get the trophy, the title. We only have ourselves to blame because of performances like this. Now, I believe we still will. I think it's still there to have. But you got to come back to games like this, performances like this, where we have so many opportunities to do better in the final third, and we just don't do it by giving the ball away, by being soft on the ball, letting them just pluck the ball away from you. So, the more you do that, we're coming up against tough teams. People said this was the toughest team. I don't know why people said that. You still got to play Everton. It's always going to be tough. We barely beat them last game. Let's forget that. I mean, let's remember that. And Everton haven't been great, but it's Everton, Liverpool, so it's always going to be tough. Watford's going to be tough. Spurs. So we got some tough, opposition to play. So it doesn't get any easier, and you got to take the points when you can get them. And this is a moment where we should have taken them. So I think we've talked enough. Is there anything else you want to add? All right, man. We're logging off. We will see you guys in the middle of the week for the Watford game. Anfield Lark says, I kind of feel we should have made a January signing. Yeah, it's easy to say that in hindsight, I guess, now. Or at least bring Wilson back. Keeps the top attacker. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Who knows? Strider, unfortunately, the biggest problem with our team right now is that when our best 11 doesn't start, we seem to struggle. Final third is gone. I wonder what happened to the 4-5-1. Yeah. Ahmet says we didn't play well enough, but my friend, but we still top in better performance than. Yeah, I mean, there's no question that we're top by a point. I mean, but yeah, still doesn't feel too great. I'm desperate for the Ox to come back right now. Yeah. We can use Ox hopefully in the Champions League. But look, 27 games played between us and the other team. We're a point up. They don't play again until this week. So I think all teams play this week coming up. So. I think we're good. We got to just keep fighting, dust ourselves off, don't get down. The fans have to continue to support. Thought the away fans were amazing today, by the way. I heard Liverpool fans singing throughout the whole game, and that was good to hear. So that's it for us. We're going to get out of here. See you guys next time.